Hello everyone, welcome to DJServe videos. Today we're looking at the Rodecaster Pro 2. So I tested the Tascam Miscast 4 a few months ago and I wanted so badly to test this Rodecaster Pro 2 because the first Rodecaster I can't put my hand on it and I didn't have any contact with the Rode people. So now I have the contact inside, so I'm going to make not videos about Coral microphone or something like that, but the podcast mic or lavalier mic, etc. So the Wireless 2, for example, and the Rodecaster Pro 2. This time on this video, so we will see all the functions, but in the order we will see the configuration, how the connections, if, of course, the how to use it with an SD card, micro SD card, so without any units around, no computer, etc. After, we will see that you can use it on a computer because you can send your master output on USB, but also multi-track recording directly on the micro SD card or on the computer. After, we will see not how to configure, because we will see that on the screen, but you will have the same thing on the computer. But we will see how to make a multi-track recording, how to import some sample and edit them, some jingles, sample inside here. And after, at the end, because it's class compliant, so you can use it with no driver needed, directly on an iPad or on an iPhone, and we will see that on, for example, GarageBand here. So let's see the configuration. So like I said, it will be the same thing if you choose to put it on your computer. Yeah, let's see on the right side. You see here you have device configuration, display, settings, all those things. You will see that on the screen. So no need to show you right now on the computer. So first, faders. You can route the input directly on another fader. For example, I have a mic on the input 1, but I don't want it. I want it on the input 4. Input 3, for example. So I can put it like that and choose it like that. So this one here, and voila. So you can route different physical input with the physical faders. So first this, after, let's see, the output, everything is in French, but I will translate for you. So the headphone here, so you can choose the Rode headphone. It will have a little automatic setting for it, or high sensibility or low sensibility, you see. So let's put the Rode. You can choose it for the headphone 1, headphones 2, and for 3, and for 4. Control, it will be the output, the jack output on the back of the unit. So you can choose if you want to have the direct mic on your speakers, or not, or the Bluetooth or not, or directly the line, like a line input, and everybody will output directly on the on your speakers. Routing, so you can choose for the USB 1 and USB 2, you can choose if you will have the main mixing, so everybody, reduce mixing, so you will not have the same USB. USB 1 will, you can have an input from your computer, but it will not go directly on the recording or on the speaker, to not have the feedback, or personalize, so you can choose who is going to the speakers or not. Listen, it's called écouter, but listen. So it will be the little button here. We will see why it's important after to know those buttons here. The listening button, like PFL, for example, and mute button. But now you can choose if you want to have the sound pre-fade or post-fader. So if you have pre-fader, you will have all the sound even if the fader is down, If you choose post fader, you see the little diagram here, you will have the sound with the level control, with the mute, etc. So you choose what you want. Multi-track recording, so you can choose on the micro SD card or recording or the USB output. You can choose if you want pre-fade or post-fader. I choose, when I test this unit, I choose to have pre-fade for the recording on the micro SD card, and I choose post-fader for the software. You will see it's more to show you what is going on when I'm recording something on the computer. Okay, and treatment, it's the master, how can I say, master FX, and you can choose to some effects settings, some effects, how can I say it, FX on the output, or you can choose a delay, if you want 50 milliseconds of delay or 100 milliseconds, etc. So it was the output. After SmartPad, so we will see after that you can input a sample directly from your computer, but now you can edit it with the literal editing here. So the color, of course, here. You can choose the color of each headphone too. So color of the button. You can choose the name, and you can choose to edit or erase. Edit is very important. You will see on my sample, I voluntarily choose a sample with there is not an attack, a good attack, and I have to choose the right attack directly on the screen. We will see after. So SmartPad, the screen, so brightness, the audio meters, you can choose with or without the DBFS directly on screen. Haptic, you will have a little, like a smartphone, when you touch your screen, you can choose it directly here. And rec button, you can choose if you want to have one push to rec and a long push to stop the recording, or long push to record and just one touch to stop the recording. Spectacle, in French, how can I say it? It's a little menu allow to arrange, export, import your scene. When you're recording something, it will be on the folder with your wave and a little HTML text. It's a database, with every not setting, but every information about your session. So every time you will record something, you will have +1 recording here. And after system, so network, you can make your own update of your unit directly on Wi-Fi or Ethernet connection, but I don't have any cable here. Bluetooth, of course, is to connect your smartphone, iPad to, you can have some phone calls, or you can have some music, for example. MIDI, you can enable MIDI, and it's very cool because when you have some samples here, where we're all there, you have those ones. Here it's some FX, we will see after why. And here there is nothing. Oh yeah, there is one, but I will erase it because I want to show you how to import. So you have nothing, but you can also put some MIDI control directly here and control your software if you want to make play, pause, or something like that directly on your computer with a dedicated compatible software. So MIDI, date, hours, etc. I never choose, I have a date in November, but I'm recording in December, whatever. Language, and information to update, etc. and information about the device. It's always the same thing. So it was the main settings. After, when you touch any fader, any channel here or here, so physical button here or touchscreen button here, you can choose different things inside of each channel. So you can choose if you want a line in, an instrument, dynamic without phantom power, condenser with a phantom power, or different mic, Rhodes mic. So you can apply a special settings if you use the NT1, NT1A, etc. So let's choose this one because I take my SM58. You have the gain control, trim control. You have on and off for the phantom power. And I think here it's the matching with this sort of scene recorder. After you will have treatment and FX. So you have to apply this and you will have a lot of things. So you have little icons. So you can jump directly here or here, but you can also jump directly here. So you have high pass filter, de-esser, noise gate. So every time you will have a lot of parameter, you know, like this. So you can touch every parameter and touch the little knob here. Compressor, equalizer. So equalizer you can choose like that too. You have an exciter and panoramic. Of course, if I touch like that, I will have my setting like that. And it's done. I pass. Okay. You have also FX. So you have an echo if you want. Here, you have a lot of parameter too. You have also reverb. So like always, you can touch like this. And of course, you can edit each pad to put an FX. So if I touch this, for example, I will push like this. So I will have my normal. Oh, yeah. No, I don't want this. Where it is? It's not here. It's here. Don't want the treatment. Yeah, like that. Okay, so when I will talk like that, I can have
voice
changing like this or like this directly
on this pitch.
up,
monster
etc., etc. So you can apply directly your FX on a pad. So you can have some sample here, or you can have FX. So you have a lot of things with three different slots, you know, 1, 2, 3. So you have a lot of possibilities. Do we have? Yeah, it's done. So let's disengage it and see what we have with a normal recording and how to import on your computer. So I choose to make multi-track, but if I push recording and USB here, stop, you see the first button, I will have just stereo, the master output. But I decide to make some multi-track recording, and you will see multi-track, multi-wave directly on my SD card. So let's see, I'm taking my mic, but of course we are not, you will just see that we have waves and etc. But it's not to test the quality because it's a quality unit. Of course, no problem. So let's record a little thing like that. So I have my mic here. For example, I have my sample here. If I choose a track here, okay, and stop with a long push and connect to the computer. So of course you can take your SD card if you don't have a computer, and you can see further your project directly. Oh no, first let's see here, because you have the project here. You see one recording, so you can listen to it. So I have my mic here, for example. Okay, you can delete, etc. And at the end, you can transfer directly on your computer. So you will see, little wait, I have my computer. So if I choose, yeah, the sound is directly on the computer, but you see it's showing my my set. I'm not deleting this because I want to show you not this one. It will be for the sample. Yeah, this one. So let's choose Rodecaster and my project, and you will see every channel. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 is in line. Well, it's not a problem, but okay. Bluetooth sound, so the sample, and USB 1 and 2. So everybody is here, no problem. So I can delete it. And after, let's see how we can put a sample. So you can go here. I take my document here, punch. Let's see, it's free or it's not free? Yeah, it's free. So I have my punch. So I can decide if I push toggle, hold, one shot, etc. Let's put hold, loop off, and okay. So let's move here to see what we have. So it will be here, but you see the attack. I don't like the attack, so I can take it, edit, and put it maybe like that. I can put, if I want, a little, a little fade, but I don't want. I want to be straight like that. And why not like that? Okay, let's push OK. And now I have no, it's not how I like it. Let's put like that. Okay. Yeah. It's like I want. So you can edit your sample. Let's see how you can record. We see directly inside with an SD card, a micro SD card, but let's see on the computer how to create a new session with multi-recording. Let's see what we have. So remember, I choose to have for the USB post fader, so I can move my fader and mute. Look, I can mute. I can put my okay like that. If I touch the level, it will be less. If I touch the level, it will be more. If I push this, I don't have any sound. You see, everything is working fine. So let's see a little audio. Working fine too. Mute, unmute, no problem. And let's see, for example, this sound here. Mute, unmute. So everything is fine for the multi-track recording. What is very important at the end, I forgot that, but you see those little buttons here. You have the little here. It's like a PFL section, and you have mute button. What is very important, the difference between this product and the Tascam Miscast 4 is, remember, if you saw this video, you have a talkback function. When you push this button on the Tascam Miscast 4, you will have your audio directly on your podcast, but every person will be talking something, will have his voice cut. Everybody can listen to the headphone section, but nobody can listen to them, the little interview, directly on the podcast. So it's pretty the same here. So you can choose which one you want to have on the headphone. You see, first on the headphone, you will have nothing. You see, if I touch like that, I have nothing. If I push here, for example, you have nothing. But if you push here, you will have my voice. You see, if I unpush, you have nothing. If I push, you listen to my voice. So you have to push everyone to go on the headphone, and after, for the audio or whatever, you can push mute button here. So if you want to say something during during the music, for example, for your audience, you have just to push the first mic. You see, if I push on music here, I have some music, but I will listen to my voice too. You see, I have my voice too. So you cut here, and now you listen to nothing, just the music. You see? Okay, and at the end, let's talk about class compliant. Like I said, this Rodecaster Pro 2 has a class compliant sound card, so you can easily access to your iPad or your iPhone and recording some multi-track recording or stereo recording. So the only thing you have to do is take your USB, put it, let me show you with a little adapter. You have here Lightning to USB Lightning or USB-C. Like you have some iPad with USB-C and some iPad with Lightning, so you know what you have. Let's see GarageBand. And let's see here. You have your stereo master. You can choose to have multi-track recording too, but I decide to do like this. And after, let's put this view, okay, and record something. So little sample. And for the example on the iPad, the sound will not go directly on the Bluetooth, the audio from the iPad, but on this one. You see here, this one, you will have your sound directly here. You will see just after when we will listen to the sound. So let's record a session. So I have my mic here. So you see that the mic has the same thing as the level. So I can mute. I have nothing, of course. I can put some sample. It worked too. And after we will listen to everything. So let's stop. Let's view this and let's play. And you will see it will be here. Here. So you see that the mic has the same thing. So work fine. So it's the end of the Rodecaster Pro 2 video. I hope you like it. If you have any question, feel free to ask under the video in the comment section. And thank you for watching this video and see you next content. Bye bye everybody.